Turn it up. Look, 100 years after 100 years, they done lied to us about this and that. Told us all we from Africa. I made fiction characters turn into facts. Heard you tell me, then it was not. Knowing goddamn well that trick was capped. My wife and I wrote a book about it. It's a book with knowledge, evidence, and fact. And my other book got them haters shook, cause it's helping my people take a closer look at their backgrounds in the background, showing my people where they supposed to look, showing my people where they get it from, where they hit it from, all sorts of angles. When it comes to this research, you must please first, don't trust strangers. Find out all on your own is what I highly recommend and suggest. And if you looking for answers and content about me, I highly recommend you the best, which is my website at the link you see just across the screen. Don't let it miss you, I make it simple. I double down on that black and white, it's so official.
Y'all holding on to Kemet real tight, ain't you? Kemet. You go out there, them people, what's Kemet? What is it? They don't know what you talk about. Nah, come on, y'all. Oh Lord, here go the Pan-Africans. Hi Pan-Africans, how y'all doing? I'm pretty sure y'all done made like 500, your whole channel dedicated to me. Y'all mad because I'm waking people up, telling them, look. And why, hold on, why, let me ask y'all Pan-African something. Why are y'all so focused on Kemet? When they told you, when, you know, this, how the story goes, that people were captured from West Africa. That ain't got nothing to do with Kemet. That's in North Africa. Why? Y'all know how silly y'all look?
Yeah, Kemet, what's this? And no, we were reading the hieroglyphics and
really?
We were kings and queens
and I'm so mad because, you know, some of them racist white folk, you know what they would do? They would call us Afrocentrics. You know why? Because of the African American studies was originally called the Afro American Studies. In which, hey, who was that? Texas? Who was that just got rid of that? Somebody just got rid of that, banned it. I forgot who it was. Somebody just banned it. Like, what was it, yesterday, day before yesterday? Good. Get rid of that. Get rid of it. You know what's gonna be next? Black history. Let me tell you why. From what I recall, Florida, people saying Florida, good. I'm gonna tell you right now, excellent. Because we did not come from Africa. Especially not no Kemet. We ain't come from that. I mean, no, shout out to our cousins though, technically. You know, I mean, in a way, I mean, okay, we share the same hue complexion. In a way, it could be my cousins. It's like, what's up, cousin? But that don't mean that we blood related. Yeah, we might share some similarities, but that doesn't mean we are the same people, and we're not. We're not the same people. I've been saying this for years. I've been explaining this on my channel. If you do not know that I've been saying, I mean, I'm talking about, and even in documentary format, go back on my channel. I highly suggest that you watch all my videos. I don't care how old it is. If it's still up there, watch them. Cause ain't near one of y'all talk about Franz Boas or Melville Herskovix and debunked me yet about those two right there that started that movement out here. Well, Melville Herskovix, and I always get his name wrong purposely because of who he is. He streamlined that out of Africa theory. Y'all ain't know about none of that until Franz Boas, the grandfather of anthropology in America, came around and started saying, oh, wait, they look alike, so they must be from Africa. Hey, Melville, since you're one of my students, go visit and go see. Meanwhile, one person in some part of West Africa, which is Ghana, right, is claiming that now they apologize for being involved in slavery? So what, they are admitting that they let their people go? They betrayed their people? But wait, no, we'll give you free citizenship. Come on back. We're sorry. Now you trust them? What if they welcome you back just for you to be captured somewhere else this time? Maybe Europe. Y'all hollering Africa, ain't even go visit one time. And those that did visit went to Egypt. And those people lighter than me. That's sad, man. And y'all still holding on to that thing for dear life. And it was popularized in the 60s, in the 1960s. Was there nobody before that claiming that they were African? Nobody. Nobody. Until the 1960s rolled around, we weren't even called black. We didn't refer to each other as black. Unless we were like how we call each other nigga. Unless we were referring to each other that way, because it was a derogatory term. Sit your black ass down, fire. It's just like saying, shut up, nigga. You use it as a, you know, as a form of profanity. And our people hold on to that. And how in the world, look, y'all, and I just did a video on this about, first of all, it was California Reparations Task Force. But wait a minute, y'all. No. San Francisco is the only one that's possibly getting reparations? Not all of California, just San Francisco. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Wait a minute, he's the governor of California. How y'all just gonna say, all right, San Francisco? And then on top of that, they ain't named one type of slavery that happened out there. But no, residents in San Francisco may get $5 million each. But they gotta make sure that they were claiming that they were black or African American for 10 years. Not since 1865. They're not gonna tell you that. Ooh. Not since 1865. They just said just the past 10 years. I was still in here 10 years ago. That's recent. But you want them to pull up their records to see if they have any person that was in their family involved in slavery. But no, but one of the prerequisites or one of the requirements, one of the qualifications is that you had to have claimed that you were black or African American for 10 years. Wait a minute, if we were black and African American, why do I need to say that I was claiming black or African American for 10 years straight? If we are black and African American, how does that make, like, okay, for example, the European Americans of the Jewish faith, listen to how I gotta say this. The European Americans of the Jewish faith, because they're not going to consider themselves Europeans, they're not going to consider themselves American Europeans or European Americans. They consider themselves Jews by way of faith, right? Did they have to write down their faith and confirm, yeah, I'm a Jew, I deserve reparations as a Jew? Did they have to do that? Wait, so is black and African American a religious belief? Another bomb. For the past 10 years, you telling me that it's almost like I had to be enrolled. Ooh, listen, enrolled as a black or African American in San Francisco. And did y'all hear the time periods they were given? All of it was in the 1900s, but the only thing that was in the 1800s was you had to have an ancestor. In 1865, you had to verify. That's once again, this is one of the qualifications. This is all in their proposal that they're trying to send up to the legislators in California, in San Francisco, by the way, not all of California. I'm like, but this is called the California Reparations Task Force. What about the whole California? Like, what happened? What happened? Like, you the governor of California. Why are you not doing the whole thing? Am I making sense? Your concern is about all so-called black Americans, allegedly. No, but why you narrowed down after all, what was it? Since 20, what was it, since 2020? If I'm not mistaken? When did that task force get in there, y'all? Was it 2020? I believe it was 2020. Since 2020. You were talking about California, and then 2023. Your proposal, you were saying in 2022 that your proposal was coming. You know, you about to everybody get ready. And then when 2023 hit, it's only San Francisco. And it's called the California Reparations Task Force, not the San Francisco, California Reparations Task Force. What are they about? Now, somebody said, I was looking at the comments and it was interesting. A lot of people were saying that the governor of California, which is Governor Newsom, nuisance, is trying to run for president. But everybody, yeah, come on, y'all. He a Democrat. Let's get behind him. Come on. He about to give us reparations. Let's go. You don't think that's a trap? That don't sound odd to you? That don't sound off? Not only did they say $5 million for each so-called black American resident of San Francisco, they also said $97,000 per year for each person for 250 years. I thought to myself, I said, young, I swear to God, if they could produce some evidence of slavery happening in California, no. Slavery happening in San Francisco. I'll get rid of my channel. Kapoof. Because the last time I checked, slavery wasn't all, and I said this before, slavery was not the way that we were told. Slavery was all about employment. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Civil War wasn't between the East and the West, right? It was between the North and the South. California and the West. Hold on. Because Because, you know, they try to add in some stories and try to later on and try to say the California help. But hold on. Let's not go to the new stories they tried to add in. Let's back up. The Civil War was not the East and the West. It was the North and the South. The South departed from the Union States. The Union States didn't include California at all. The South said, no. They detached themselves, made themselves a Confederate or Confederation, a confederation of states that rebelled against the Union. It was all over a labor dispute. They're not gonna say that though. I put the video out, put the evidence out. If you don't believe me, it's on the channel. They gonna say it was over slavery. The North so-called wanted to get rid of slavery. The South wanted to keep it. You out of your mind? You really believe that? What makes you think the North wanted to keep? Wanted to get rid of slavery? How were they going to continue? You think about that, did you? How is it going to be business as usual if they got rid of slavery? No, they had a better idea. Listen, tell you what. Since you making money off of your employees, let's make sure the higher ups making money off of you and your employees. We want to implement this thing called, what is it called, y'all? Taxes. See? That's what happened. And right now, the employees pay what? They pay local, federal on their pay stub. Right now, am I lying? It's still happening. Slavery is still happening. It didn't change. And the employee, the corporation's got to cut a check to the IRS. Right, that's what the employee got to do, to the IRS. On that stub and say local, federal, right? But how they do it? They made a loophole in it. That go to the employer. The employer cut a check to the federal. I talked about this before. They double dipping you. This shouldn't be a surprise. That's why when you do overtime, they're gonna get it right back in taxes. Maybe not that same month, but it's gonna be within that month, within that same year bracket before that tax year run out, guaranteed. They're gonna get it back. Oh, you made some overtime? Oh, we're gonna collect that right back. Month 6. You're not even gonna know. You're gonna look at your check. Damn, why they tax me so hard this month? Wait a minute, taxes fluctuate every month? Uh-oh. Ooh, but when you go, for example, when you go buy something from Target or something, and they put a sales tax, it's always the same. But it varies in each state, right? But it's always around about the same, right? It varies in each state. But all of a sudden, you in the same state, you thought your check was looking the same, but all of a sudden you looking at your check, and sometimes it just don't add up. I worked longer this week. How in the world they gonna tax you harder for working longer? Of course they are. And you know who they don't do this to? And the reason why we do deserve to have our land back and remove taxes is because they don't be taxing them foreigners that come over here like that, how they tax us. Guaranteed. We are taxed the worst out of everybody. And don't let you be in a red lined area, that's going to be even worse. And I mean that literally. Green, blue, and red. They mark those maps with green, blue, and yellow, and red. Red lining. This is how the credit bureaus came about. This is how gentrification came about. This is how urban removal came about. This is how urban renewal came about. Don't forget, they had to remove you, and then they renewed you into a new spot. Man, why that sound like a plantation? Oh no, not a plantation. That sound like a reservation. No, it's not a reservation. It's called the ghetto, Dane. Ghetto. The ghetto. Wait a minute. Wait. So it's not a reservation? Wait, but I thought they reserved this for us. Urban removal. They kicked us out of our original areas and put us where they wanted to put. And put us where they wanted to put us. In the inner cities. Look how the spirit worked with me. And I hope you catching this. And I ain't got nothing written down. I got on here just to talk. But the spirit worked in me. And I let it happen. Whatever I say, the majority of the stuff I can't remember till I go watch. Apparently somebody needed to hear this. Because I done been over this already. But I know a lot of our people need to hear this. Because you looking for checks. When we need to be kicking people off of our land.
Set it on fire. Fire.
It's go time, Slim.
It's not even funny. I broke down how they took our lands, when they took our lands. I even gave you verbatim government documents, time periods and all. There's no excuse. And all those people that's yelling and screaming, talking about Africa this, Africa that, go there. We not stopping you. Go to Africa, go live there. See if you can blend in. Ain't gonna be nobody standing there, welcome my brother, or you are American. It's no problem. Everything you need is here. Everything you need. Follow me. And ain't gonna be nothing like that, Slim. You gotta get in where you fit in, just like everybody else out there. You think it's gonna be a way better living in Africa? They fooled the people like that. That went over ahead and went on ahead and agreed with the American Colonization Society. I put this out already. They made pretend like it was going to be a better way of living in West Africa because certain parts were not, fully populated. That's it. But they were fully colonized by the French and the British. How was that better living? Oh, you gonna leave one colonized land to another one and think that's gonna be a better way of living? That's why it was less than 15,000 of them that went. Everybody else was like, kick rocks. What Negro problem? Remember, they called it a Negro problem. Too many of us here. They were scared because we were rebelling, fighting. You hear me? Fighting. Kicking that ass. They were mad. They sent the missionaries in to soften us up. What are the missionaries, Dane? The people that brought the gospel? Go get my book, me and my wife's book. It was told in reverse. Get that book. The Congregation for Propagating the Gospel in Foreign Parts. Sent them in there. They were holding up Bibles. Jesus doesn't want you to fight. Let it go. Whatever's supposed to happen today is supposed to happen. No, Jesus said that we're supposed to live here. This is what they were telling them. Huh? Oh, whoa, you got your own spirituality? No, that's not the way. Christianity is the way. That's what they were giving us. That's what they were giving us. I'm not knocking the Christians as far as, my people are concerned. They're about the truth, but you fully about the truth, you need to look this up. They use that same Bible that you got against our ancestors and said, you better learn it. Because that's the only book you're going to be able to read. Delete your culture, your traditions, your legacies, your language, and your spirituality. Here, nigga, take this Bible. Slowly but surely, those missionaries got together and created societies like the American Colonization Society to force some Negroes out. The government approved it. They needed help because those folks was dying. Those little militia, they were dying. They're not gonna tell you about that, huh? Their backup was religion, and they used it against us. They still do. Religion was used in order for our people to submit. They tell you to submit to a higher power, but they never show you. I'm not going to go too far. They show you the higher power. You just don't know it. You're so blind. You don't see that the higher power would have been them. Once again, I'm not knocking your faith. Stay here. Hold on. No. Don't go nowhere. I'm not knocking your faith. I'm not. This ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with this ain't got nothing to do with your belief. This ain't got nothing to do with your belief. I'm telling you what happened. Historically, you don't believe me? Good. Write it down and look it up. It's all on my channel as well, with references, sources, primary sources. It's in my book also. Primary sources. I tell you my sources. Right in the back of that book. It was told in reverse. You see that book right there? Right there. That's what it looked like. When you got the Nijis waiting for them white folks to come out the boat. And they right there waiting for them. That's the real deal. But they not gonna want to tell you about the so-called slave masters not having any set skin complexion. They want to tell you that the slave masters had a set skin complexion. By way of the use of your imagination and conceptual arts that they put in front of you and made you believe. Before you were an adult, they did it when you were a child.
I'm just here to make you think.